Hello, dear tutor Viviana. My name is Julie Rubiano. Task 2, Unit 1. Unit 1. Let us talk about my year abroad. Step 1. Choosing. I choose the text, teacher candidates' opinions on Erasmus Student Exchange Program. Step 2. Panel. Step 3. Delivery. About the panel discussion. In this first step, I am a small synthesis about a panel discussion. The discussion panel is an expository communicate situation in which a topic of general or controversial interest is approached by a group of people to be publicly debated. The panel discussion is made up of three essential elements: the panelist, the moderator, and the audience. It develops as a kind of dialogue or conversation in which each of the experts intervenes and gives their opinion and complements and contradicts their fellow panelists on each aspect of the topic. The fundamental objective of the panel discussion is that the public or an audience can expand, deepen, or update their knowledge on a topic of particular interest. The other hand, the teacher candidates' opinions on Erasmus Student Exchange Program. It is my part and my reading. What is an Erasmus Student Exchange Program? Erasmus is the EU program to support education, training, youth and sport in Europe. It provides the opportunity to study, train and gain experience abroad. As the result of the merger of 7 programs, it offers opportunities to a wide variety of people and organizations. Teacher candidates' opinions on Erasmus Student Exchange Program. It is observed that the most intense viewpoints given by the teacher candidates who participate in the Erasmus program are about the heading of academic acquisitions. In other terms stated by the teacher candidates was the program's academic gains and how they were able to benefit from the host university's academic facilities. Participants' opinions regarding how effective the Erasmus program is are of particular importance, as knowing whether the program's goals have been achieved or not will provide important data on how to develop on the future of the program. The Erasmus programs provides participants with intercultural experiences and an opportunity to observe what a multicultural structure is. The teacher candidates in this study understand the idea of what a multicultural structure is, has many people from many different parts of the world living together despite the difference in language, religion, race, and behaviors. Based on the intercultural experiences, the two basic concepts on which the teacher candidates focus were alive without prejudice and living together, mentioning that different cultures were able to live together with trust, respect, and acceptance. They showed has evidenced the fact that they had received the same interests and trust not only from the other participants, but also from their host culture. Educational sciences, theory and practice, teacher candidates state that living a life together in spite of such many differences would only be possible if individuals were open to confronting their prejudices. Some of them even state that the environment in which they lived during their studies abroad could serve as an example for their future life. Based on these findings, it can be concluded that the Erasmus program played a role in removing participants' cultural-related prejudices. The teacher candidates state another important issue while they were making these evaluations, namely that the gaining an awareness of their own culture, its importance, and its richness, such as gain may have been provoked by spending time in a culture they are not used to and by the difficulties that they had faced during their stays. On the other hand, the participants' vocational gains were more than the cultural gains, despite the fact that Erasmus program's main goal is of cultural exchange. The Erasmus program is slotted and has a culturally interactive program is considered the findings on participants' academic gains are original findings. The teacher candidates state that they had acquired both multidimensional thinking and self-expression skills as a result of their communication and interaction with others in their host country. Here, teacher candidates finding the opportunity to communicate face-to-face in another language may be cited in the reasons for this. In addition, both class size being small and one-to-one lessons may have influenced participants' thinking and expression skills. Interactive learning is another issue discussed with the teacher candidates. Today, the use of the computers and the internet in education now has gained a formidable place in the teaching profession and experience. It is observed in the students' estimates that the teacher candidates most frequently use terms where the internet, computers, email, and experiments. The teacher candidates state that they had conducted their assignments and projects over the internet, adding that except for when they were in class, their lectures answered back without much delay. Their lectures being hours while teaching were referred to as being professional. With the teacher candidates, the fact that their lectures were very good at their jobs answered students' questions in detail and responding to the emails even among builds confidence and increased levels of learning productivity. According to the experience and comments of the teachers, there are many advantages of the Erasmus extension. In the academic field, due to the contribution to the construction of an active pedagogy, which offers possibility of growing intellectually, socially, and culturally, as well as allowing with that I associate an economic solvent from the formative wealth. Although it's true that it is demanding, I do not see any disadvantage, because apart from saying that a lot of technology is used and there is a diversity of people sharing their difference, all the comments are very positive and enriching. To me personally, I would like to be part of an exchange of this, where I can live with different cultures of the world, can use new forms of education, learn other languages, be socially productive and competent, learn from others and their experience, go further of what surrounds me. Opinions and comments of their contributions of my classmates. His contribution about learning mobility high school exchange programs has a part on transactional mobility. In my opinion, in this topic, I agree with the college that an exchange of the test servers to open space in the academic, economic, and social fields, which opens the doors of knowledge and interculturality. However, I think that sometimes low-income young people have little chance of taking advantage of an exchange of this, and that although they win in being married it is not enough. Therefore, the opportunities are scarce. I would have liked to hear from the college regarding this approach and ask her if she would have liked to be part of one of these processes. Classmate Tanya. Tanya's contribution, she wants to share with an collaborative group. You can understand many advantages of the lecture, and she thinks that because most people do not have a native friend who wants to help us, it's a little complicated. In her experience, she knows some native speakers. She says she had the opportunity to practice and speaking skills, but it was just for a few moments, and she thinks we do not practice our rights lost the ability. In my opinion, I think that what you say is true. Also, the skills that we must enhance the most are speaking and listening, but when there is not way to practice them consistently and correctly, as you say, we can lose them or even, in some field, frustrate. However, I consider that